Hello everyone, Spaced Oyster here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age. In the last episode, we made our way into Arcades proper and found out that Jules tricked us so that way it would be tougher to get into Draklore, and that we would need his help so he can get a favor out of us. Ain't he just grand? Let's see, I did all my preparations off screen, and I think I got everyone ready. Vaughn's got his Orihalcum Dirk, and everyone's in their armor that I got them last time. Shoot. And then, I forgot I wanted to equip those golden amulets onto people, so that way I'm getting more license points. I'm basically at a point where everyone's pretty much falling behind, except Fran, who's been very diligent. Anyway, in this episode, let's talk to the cab guide and get going. Welcome to Sinoble, and be proud you've made it this far. Chops of pine, chops of sandal, they're worth more than life itself here. Don't let yours go lightly. Now, anyone for Nilbais? You know where to go. Oh, you want to go there, eh? You sure? Let's go! Alright, all aboard. Yeah, make sure you are fully prepared before you go to Draklore. It's a dungeon sequence. So, this Jules, is he some old friend of yours, Balthier? You two seemed close. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Close enough for fisticuffs. Driver! Faster, if you please. I would loathe to expend any of the violence of my present mood on my companions. Sir? Yes, sir. No, that reminded me of a story I read about on Facebook. I'll tell you about it.
Where to? Come, this way.
Dun dun dun.
It's too quiet.
Passing strange. There are supposed to be guards here.
Maybe you were just lucky, huh?
Maybe you're just optimistic.
Something may be afoot. We proceed with caution.
No time for caution. Step to it. Sid's chambers are on the top level.
Yeah, so we are officially in the Draklore Laboratory. Anyway, that semi-funny post I saw, it was this man and a woman. They were going out for a date night, and they currently live alone. Ooh. What happened here? What happened? Anyway, they currently live alone, so the husband went off, so when they were leaving, their cat stormed in and they wanted to leave him out in the yard to give the impression that they were home. Are you with him? Huh. And, so the husband went in to get the cat out while the wife stayed with the cab driver once he arrived. And she said, "Oh, he's just helping out with my mother, so that way he wouldn't know that they actually live alone and the house is going to be empty." And things got awkward when he finally made it back out to the cab after getting the cat back outside. In the cab, he basically said, "Yeah, she crawled under the bed, so I had to grab a coat hanger to probe her to get her out. And then I finally got a hold of her, and I just threw that bitch outside. And if she poops in the garden again, I'm gonna kill her." Yeah, very, very cross. Let's just explore the floors one at a time. Let's go up to floor 67. And there's a specific way you can go through this place, but for now, I'm just gonna stick to the old stupid way, so that way we see as much as possible. There are quite a lot of things to find in Draklore, so definitely explore it as much as possible. This is going to be the only time you visit Draklore. You will not have a chance to come back here, so make sure you find as much as you can. Yeah, here's another guy. I think I missed one. Stay away from Dr. Sid. The CDP. CDB.
He's had visitors. One's lacking manners by the look of it.
Someone after the Nethicite?
The XIV, was it? 6 years, and ever since you got back, this. What madness found you there?
Up above us! Drop bulkhead 5 and 8! Be to it!
They found us.
He's earlier visitors, more like. We should lie low for now.
No, we'll use their confusion. We need to find Sid now.
Methinks Balthier's letting his emotions get the best of him. Possibly. Anyway, now we can go into these doors. Our map is going to be, our mini-map is going to be fuzzy, but I think we can pull up our main map. Yeah, we can just pull up our main map, so it's no big deal. And there's a save crystal here. I'm gonna go ahead and make a save file here, just in case I forget anything. But Draklore is pretty easy to explore fully. So, not too much to worry about. Anyway, let's talk to this guy. What's going on? There were soldiers in the laboratory. Has there been an intruder? The bulkheads are functioning. We're safe. The bulkheads, red and blue, are activated alternatively. When one opens, the others lock. No one who wasn't intimately familiar with the workings of the laboratory could get through. The guards will find them soon enough. So then, who might you be? I just love that little last bit. So yeah, I think we can go in here and we can activate the bulkheads if we like. Yeah, we can use this here to turn off the blue ones and turn on the red ones. I don't know if we need to do that now. For now, I'm just going to explore the area we currently have access to. And then we'll move on from here and there. Plus, the minimap being all fuzzied out doesn't actually hinder us that much. Only one room in here, though, just this one. So let's find out if there's anything worthwhile. No, just a researcher. Quite a commotion outside. It's hard to concentrate with such a racket. I have all the latest manufactured Nethicite data, yet Dr. Sid is unreachable. Perhaps he's pondering the mysteries of the universe on 70. And we have an objective, but with that key card we can actually turn on and off the bulkheads. So my evil plan, well, first we're going to explore this floor we're currently on, then gonna go back down to that earlier floor we were on, floor 66 I believe, and see if there's anything extra we can find there, and then I'll be up to floor 68 and so on and so forth. Draklore can take a while to explore. Worthwhile though, very worthwhile. Let's see, and I don't believe our map, yeah, it's gonna show us where the elevators are at, but it does not show us where the bulkheads are at. And when you lower the blue bulkheads, that's when enemies show up. Just your usual Arcadian fare. But unlike on the Dreadnought Leviathan, we don't have a vendor to talk to and buy new things from, so grinding them isn't really necessary. And then I don't know if they can track us very well. It looks like they can track us pretty well. Actually, is inconvenient to say the least. But, you know, nothing too tricky. Let's see, we're gonna need to close blue and open red to explore the rest of this floor, and I believe we can do that in here. Yes, we can. Open the red ones. Yeah, Draklore can get a bit tedious, though. Only just a bit. Just a bit. Ooh, treasure. A claymore. Ooh, that's our first example of a great sword. Yeah, let's go ahead and let Balthier show that off. He's not going to use it as well as Vossler did, unfortunately. But great swords, they can be equipped mainly by knights, and then a few other classes get access to a few. Namely, White Mage can use 1 or 2 great swords, or I think a little more than 1 or 2. But they're mainly for your knight. Alright, let's open the blue bulkheads again. Yeah, but it just makes me miss Vossler all the more, seeing great swords finally for the first time. If you're playing the original PlayStation 2 version, you actually have access to great swords a little bit earlier. You can use them, you can start finding them to purchase as soon as you get to the Mosferan High Waste, I believe. But in the Zodiac Age, they got buffed a little bit, so they're not as readily available. I don't think any of them show up. Wait, no, a few of them show up in shops. I think the Claymore we found here will be available in a later shop, as well as the next upgrade for it. I believe it's called Save the Queen. Weird how it doesn't affect our mini-map. Or, well, it affects our mini-map, but it doesn't pull up the map we can pull up. Yeah, Balthier uses swords very weirdly. If you do want to get a quick idea of how a character is going to use a greatsword, just put them in the Bushi job. The characters hold katanas and greatswords the same way. So the way they hold their katana is the way they're also going to hold their greatsword. Now, you want to go? You want to go, mister? Well, bring it! But I may end up just trying to have Balthier stick to one-handed swords and shields so he can block things easier. Let's see, an arrow moat, a Quera moat, and bio. Yeah, I thought this was gonna have a thing where I can affect the bulkheads, but it didn't, so let's move on. Only downside to the minimap being closed off like this is that I can't really tell what's going on. Yeah, and it looks like in order to fully explore this floor, I'm gonna have to lower the red bulkheads and come back. But I don't think I can get access to lowering the red opening the blue ones, and having access to the elevator on floor 67, so let's head up to floor 68. Alright, here we are, floor 68. When did we get a map? I do not remember getting a map. Anyway, let's go ahead and beat these guys to a bloody pulp, and I think it sounded like we were getting more visitors from the elevator. Wait, did he block that spell? you really shouldn't be able to block magic like that. That just makes no sense. Unless you're using a magic shield, of course. Are these guys using magic shields? That would be a scary thought. Anyway, time to lower or open the red bulkheads. Alright, let's go north first and see what's in this room up here. And then I think I'll also go south. I'll go south next after that. Now let's just go into this room. I know Ash is being attacked, but we don't really care. Rats! They have a rat problem! Look at Bio go! Yeah, having this enemies affected by one spell really shows off how inconvenient it can be that a character can't start a new action until their old one fully finishes. But still, that's kind of hilarious to watch. And a rare chance to actually fight those rats again. We don't get to see them very often. Now, you don't get to hit Ash. Ash gets to hit you, silly. Attacking women, that's just sexist. Tisk, tisk, tisk. But not really. I don't know. Why did I split things up? I don't know. I do not know. Don't ask me questions. Let's see. Well, because these are long hallways and it takes a while to navigate. So it looks like in order to continue navigating on this side, we're gonna need to open the blue bulkheads, which we can do in here. Neat. I'll speed things up so that way we can get through this dungeon in a reasonable amount of time. Alright, so let's go ahead and explore south here. Just rare enemies. They're probably gonna drop some interesting stuff I can use to get interesting loot, so let's just kill them. But I think this is an example of Draklore doing weird experiments. Let's see. Alright, so let's go down this hallway here. Oh, wait, no, there's a blocked off passage up here that we finally have access to. There's probably a treasure in it. There isn't. I wasted my time. And this leads us nowhere. Okay, so we're gonna have to, let's see, I think we have to reopen the red bulkheads again, and then we have to go up, I believe. It's really tough to build a good mental map of this area. If you have access to a guide, go ahead and pull it up. Because I am not going to be the best guides person to get through Draklore. We needed the red ones here, open here, so we could get to the other side of this room. Now we get to destroy this guy. And I believe we have access to the elevator with the blue bulkheads open. Or with the... I don't know, but let's go ahead and go down to floor 66 real quick, and then we'll come back up to floor 68. Are you tired of this song yet? 'Cause I really, really am. Really am. Weird that all those corpses that were around earlier are mysteriously gone. Let's so handy that Knight gets a Suna. Very, very handy. Excuse me. Come on. Alright, so let's explore south first. Open bulkheads. Okay. So it looks like the map does tell us where we can change the bulkheads as well as go up other floors. That's handy. Let's see what's in this room. More researchers. Just a moment ago in the corridor, I was told by the guards to wait inside the laboratory. Is something amiss? Oh dear, I do hope it's not that monster they were examining in the North Lab. Monster in the North Lab, you say? That sounds like it's worth investigating. And then I guess we can use this side of the corridor to get access to the north end. Well, bulkhead controls right here, too. Neat. And then, are those bulkhead controls right across from us, too? Well, let's find... No, that must be the North Lab. Alright, so... since Fran did get a bunch of experience points already, I'm gonna go ahead and drop Balthier for her for now. And let's examine the North Lab. Ooh, what are these guys? Well, they're big and they're headless. I should have looked up what their possible names were, but that's okay. And it looks like Ash and Pinello both gained a level, so let's drop them for Vaughn and Bosch. You know what, let's just keep it as Vaughn, why not? I mean, besides the fact that he's always running around in towns. Alright, so let's just, nothing of importance there. Oh, wait. I don't think we explored the other south side of this floor yet. So, let's actually see if we can get around to it. We cannot. Okay, moving on. I think we actually did already. I don't know, my memory's not so good. Oh, that's how I would get access to it. Okay, we're gonna explore then. Unless this room's just a trap. Open the blue bulkheads! Honestly, I would kind of hate to have to work in the Draklore Laboratory with this sort of system in place. It seems very inconvenient. Have a whole group here. Yeah, I've been thinking I should try and set up some good gambit combinations, so that way I can have Vaughn or Fran use an area of effect ability to deal with large groups of enemies like that. More particularly Vaughn than Fran or Bosch, because I tend to run into situations where I need an AoE when I have Vaughn out, but not Ash. These are just all bulkhead controls. I don't know why I would need all of these. I'm pretty sure I already explored up there and found nothing of note, so kind of a waste of time. Oh, I know what this floor's for. I believe we can use these bulkheads, the combination of these bulkheads, to get to an elevator that'll lead us up to the 70th floor. For now, I want to continue to explore floor 68. If I'd known this was the right way to go, I would have waited a little bit longer to go up there. That's silly. Yeah, I believe this is the room we need to get access. Never mind, I'm wrong. Back up to floor 68. Oh, great. And why didn't they say, "Here's Johnny," when they got off the elevator? That would have been hilarious. Anyway, we have the blue bulkheads closed. Or, yeah, the blue bulkhead's opened, just like when we got back onto floor 66 when we left to go on a detour. All right, so here we are back on floor 68. We need to go south. This place is weird. I don't like it. Oh, these are bulkhead controls. Yeah, okay, I thought I was gonna have to go down to floor 66 and find a way to get back to the elevator with the red ones open, and then yada yada yada. No, we can just open those and get down here and run around killing judges. Having every single attack ever parried forever in an endless cycle of sucking. Alright, Fran gained a level. Let's swap in Balthier again, and let's let him continue to show off that great sword. Bulkhead controls in here. Let's go ahead and activate those. Access to this room? Nope, it's just an empty room. Ah, there's the elevator we need. You guys can't do it. You guys are weak. Ha ha. We won. And yeah, we use this elevator to go up to the 70th floor. And cutscene.
My apologies. You bear not the stench of Sid's lackeys.
And you are our earlier visitor.
Yes, a valuable man, one I'd sooner not lose. Yet he knows too much.
Well, that was curious. Let's see, what's over here? room with stuff in it. A moat for the spell reverse, and the skill Guild Toss. Guild Toss, I know very little about it because I have never once ever used it because I hate it. I don't like the idea of throwing away money for an attack. But I do believe it's simply just an attack that deals damage in an area of effect based on how much money you spend to use it. Anyway, let's touch the save crystal, and I'll get my gambit set up for the boss fight. Spoiler alert, we have a boss fight. It's a very easy switch. Just make sure you have your gambits, attack gambit set up to target the foe with the lowest max HP. And oh no, don't turn that off, turn that on. Lowest max HP. And let's put this one on. Yeah, I think I'll keep Balthier with that sword equipped with the great sword equipped for now. Well, well, well.
Sid, you know day-affected Nethicite brought down the Leviathan. How can you persist in this folly?
And you've come here to stop me. I'd fain see you try.
Consider your bones, old man. You're outmatched.
Pirate scum of the skies. What brings you here?
Treasure. What else would a pirate want? We'll take the Dusk Shard.
You've come all this way for that trinket. I thought you were above this. What's that? The Princess of Dalmasca come to visit. She's not entirely without merit. A test of sorts for our princess?
You're a babbling fool.
A trial for a Shelia Banargin Dalmasca!
You lust for the stone's power, do you not?
Lend him not your ears, milady. He means to use you.
Manufactured Nethicite, like Bergen.
How could you do this? How could you fall this far?
Alright, boss fight time, and whoever that handsome stranger was, he just ran away from us. Anyway, the boss fight against Dr. Sid is rather easy and straightforward for the most part. He's surrounded by these four rooks, as they're called. And they're just gonna cast a bunch of buffs on Sid and as well as themselves. So, the reason why you wanted to change your gambits to the foe with the lowest max HP is because Sid is impervious to damage while the rooks are active. So you just want to make sure your party members...
Always hiding behind your toys. Pity if anything were to happen to them.
So you want to make sure your party members are targeting the rooks before Sid himself. And then I think Balthier is the one who says that line in that cutscene, whether or not he's active in your party. Oh right, treasures. I should go pick those up. A Hastiga moat, handy. And a holy moat, not so handy, especially since they got reflect up. Very not handy. And a bit annoying, but it just takes time. Yeah, and the rooks apparently are capable of healing. I don't know if they're vulnerable to status effects. Alright, so now that the rooks are down, we're going to cast Dispel on the good old Dr. Sid. So that way he doesn't regen health and he takes more damage from our attacks. Oh, is that the way it's gonna be, huh? Well, you know what? I have the exact cure for that. We're going to target foes with the status condition Haste, and we're gonna cast a spell on them. How's that for thinking on the fly, huh? Huh? Yeah, and then he has a couple of cinematic attacks. I'm not too sure.
You that your time here is over. The curtain falls.
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if there's a way to avoid or reduce the amount of damage you take from these attacks. But if I remember right, they don't hurt that much, so it doesn't matter. And honestly, the voice actor who does Dr. Sid, he's having way too much fun with this. Although then again, it's not like that's a bad thing. People should have fun with their jobs if they can. And yeah, you don't have to get him down to 0, just about 25%-ish, I think.
Vana, you shouldn't have.
This creature. So this is your Vana.
A Shelia Benargan Dalmasca? Just how far will you go for power? Does your lust for Nethicite consume you? Am I right? I am, aren't I? A worthy daughter of the Dynast King. You would do well to go to Giruvegan. Who knows? You may receive a new stone for your trouble.
Your words mean nothing to me!
The reins of history back in the hands of man. I do make for Giruvegan. Give chase if you dare it.
Hate it when he does that.
Mayhaps you think me remiss, the Lady Ash of Dalmasca? The Sky Pirate Rethus, at your employ.
Oh, so that's the name of the glory hog who tried to steal my kill.
The Imperial Senate, powerless to resist House Solidor's brutal purge, was dissolved. Vayne Solidor reigned supreme over the Empire. Though this upheaval shook the Imperial Bastion to its foundation, these developments were, to say the least, welcomed by her military. The authoritarian rule of the judges, in tandem with the impending threat of Rosarian invasion, served to foster camaraderie among its ranks. For our part, the Resistance mustered strength in the border skies, making ready for the task ahead. A war to decide the doom of Ivalice would soon be upon us.
Squads Flametongue and Ogrenex are away. All ships reporting in. They're breaking to begin ship-to-ship maneuvers against us.
All hands, full ahead flank.
We shall make ready to repel their attacks. Counter-air. Track them as though they were the enemy.
Counter-air, to your stations.
A dispatch from Naldoa Command, Excellency. The Sky Pirate has left Arcadian airspace. He makes for Balfonheim with the Lady Ash and her party.
It is good to know the lady still lives. But what of our bid for the stone?
With the stone or without, our resistance should prove an even match for the Imperial Army. These weeks of training have honed our edge.
I pray 'tis sharp enough.
They choose to supply the resistance, yet raise not a sword in aid. What city could do this?
A city of men without countries, pirates of the sea and of the sky. Few are they who would fain lay down their lives for a friend, let alone a king.
The Marquis. He is set on war?
The time approaches when he must make his position vis-a-vis the Empire clear. When he helped you off the Leviathan, he spited the judges full sore. He cannot sit in idleness and expect to avoid a reckoning. The Marquis shares my distaste for war. Yet, if it comes to it, he will show no quarter.
For the time being, we will continue to train the Resistance Army. Enough power on our side, and even Vane may see the appeal of the treaty table.
Yet Vane holds the Nethicite. What makes you think he would treat when he holds such power? Power enough to sink the Leviathan.
All the more reason for me to support your infiltration of the capital. You said it yourself. The Nethicite is a powerful weapon. I would have you acquire it for me.
I have not said I would give you the Midlight Shard.
If there is no stone, I would have to look elsewhere for aid.
Then you would ally with Rosaria.
As I must. Failure's not an option.
It's just what Vane wants. He lures the Rosarians and the Resistance to the field, then crushes both with the Nethicite.
I think not. Cid has a stone. We grab it and smash it to pieces with the Sword of Kings. Vane will be left holding nary a thing. Time is short. We follow Cid. He's heading towards Giruvegan.
Giruvegan.
It is told of in a song of my people. On the farthest shores of the River of Time, shrouded deep in the roiling mist, the Holy Land sleeps, Giruvegan. Who knows the paths, the way to its doors?
Then you seek the Yogg Defoe. Deep within the jungle of Golmore, there is a corner of the Feywood where a mist storm surges and seethes.
And that's it. Let's go.
Right.
Not coming, Rivers? Forget your precious Nethicite already?
Cid's words rang hollow to me. I will follow another course.
Ah, another lead then, is it? You're well informed.
I could well say the same to you, pirate.
Hurry it up, or we'll leave without you.
Ah, Vaughn. I've had some of my men check on this Feywood. Best ask what they've found.
Okay. Thanks for the help, brothers.
Fly first, ask questions later. Your apprentice is more pirate than you.
I don't have an apprentice.
Princess Ash, I would hear your heart. If Dr. Cid has spoke the truth, you may well be rewarded with more Nethicite in Giruvegan. Tell me, do you still desire the stone?
I desire its power. I want, yet I also fear. I must protect Dalmasca. I can't afford to fear anything.
Do not forget Nabudis. That is my only counsel for you.
Ah, our guest. If you finish talking with Lord Redis, I suppose you'll be wanting to hear about the Feywood. Rickon, why must we aid these people? They seek only to further their own ends and care little for our lord's wants, if at all. These people? I see only a boy, and it's by Lord Redis's command. If you have concerns, I've got me a nose for ill intent. I'll make the measure of them. Aye, not bad at all. He measures up quite nicely. This one means no harm to Lord Redis. Measure? You barely measure up to his waist, and that's counting the parrot. Your concerns duly noted. I, for one, plan on following Lord Redis's orders. Do as you please, but know that no good will come of this. I apologize. Pay her no mind. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. South of the vast Golmore jungle in Kirwan, there lies a place known as the Feywood. The mist there is far denser than most, and even should you make it through that, there's no guarantee you'll make it past what lies beyond. Aye, he speaks of the hidden trail of the Feywood, which must be passed to open the gate to the holy land of Giruvegan. So we have our goal. If you'll remember, the Golmore jungle, which I forgot the name of when we were in the Salika Wood, that was where we got sidetracked by plot on the way to Mount Baromises. The Feywood is connected to it, as well as the Paramana Rift. So, we'll be going there next. Well, to continue the plot. There are a few side quests we're going to tackle before we do that. Anyway, I'll take care of that in the next part. For now, I'll thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Spaced Oyster, signing out.